Here we are back and at it again. I am back from Dallas, had the best weekend. Hopefully you guys got to see the Great American Summit. There was a live stream. Those of you that had the live stream, I believe, Dave, don't listen to this, but I believe that you might be getting a recording at some point. There's the thing, so there's that. If you're like, oh my gosh, I missed it. If you bought it, then you're still going to get it. There's that. All right, let me go ahead and let you know real quick what we are talking about today. It is the quickest way to relieve depression and anxiety. The quickest way to relieve depression and anxiety. That is what we are doing today. So, first of all, you can win things. Here's how you do it. You subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment on my YouTube videos, share my YouTube videos into social media, tagging myself or my business page in it just so I see it. One person every single week is going to win something, so there's that. All right, I see you guys popping in here. Love you so much. Hey, hey. Go ahead and keep commenting in the live chat. I will pop back through. I will put you guys up on screen. Some of you, those that I can, at the end of what I'm saying, depending on how much time we have left. Sound good? I love you guys. I missed you guys. That's just how I addressed my team this morning whenever we have a little chat together, and I messaged them this morning and I'm like, I'm back, I missed you guys. There's like a sort of like a separation or a mourning that happens whenever I don't get to spend time with you guys as much. And so nice to be back in the proverbial saddle, right? Coming back from Dallas, that's just what I feel like I have to say. So, all right, you guys. So the quickest way to relieve depression and anxiety, let's get at it. Let me tell you where I think that a lot of depression and anxiety comes from first, and then we can obviously address the quickest way to get rid of it, okay? This is not medical talk at all. Okay, so if you have to take prescriptions or if you have to, this is not, I am not a doctor, here's all my disclaimers, I went to, 1 semester of college, do not listen to me as though I am some sort of doctor, okay? Disclaimer, like bold letters, I'm not a doctor, okay? These are my thoughts. And this is my experience, okay? So that's all that I'm saying. For me, depression and anxiety came from not living inside my purpose. Depression and anxiety felt like the bumpers, like on a bowling alley, right? So you have the 2 gutters. Depression and anxiety feel like, to me, the bumpers of like when I get out of my lane. When I'm not living in my purpose, I get either depressive or I get anxious. I get like, or I get extremely depressed. And so that's when I'm not living fully, waking up in the morning knowing I am here to do this and here's the action I'm going to take. Okay? And so it's as simple as that. Do you want to end the video now? Should we do that? We'll keep going. But depression and anxiety, that's what those represent to me. So the years that I've had like massive panic attacks, years, you guys, I used to have them like 20 times a day. That's not an exaggeration. Some of you guys know that I used to sit outside my apartment in my 20s. I would sit outside my apartment on the front stairs because I didn't want to be the person that somebody just found weeks after they were dead in their apartment because I lived by myself. So I would have such bad panic attacks. I thought I was dying 20 times a day. I would go sit on the stairs just in case I did. It was that real, guys. And I wasn't living in my purpose. I was just floating. I was floating through life. And I don't know why I feel like I'm going to cry right now, but I feel like it's because I see the collective of the world right now doing the same thing. I see everybody, I look out, I go to Target and I look around and all I'm looking for is a sparkle. I'm looking for someone's eyes. I'm looking for that piece of purpose behind someone's eyes, just where we can match eyes and get it, that we're here doing something and I don't see it. Our suicide numbers are going up. Anxiety is going up. Depression is going up, obviously. And it's because we are being beaten down. We're not living from a place of, I am here to do this thing, I am strong in this. I move forward in service. I move forward in positive impact. I have a place. I have a role. And instead, what I see a lot of people doing is they wake up and they just glaze and they watch something that then programs them without them realizing it. And then they have these conversations that are so surfacey and nothing really gets talked about. It's just stupid talk. And then they move throughout their day and they work in this job that they hate, but they're so docile that they're like, whatever. And then they get home, they're numb. They get home, they hate their job, they get home, and all of a sudden frustrations at work, frustrations about their station in life, frustrations about them not living in their purpose, this depression and this anxiety that just keeps kicking up and kicking up and kicking up, gets taken out on everyone they love at home. And so not only are they not showing up inside their purpose, which would light them the fluff up, guys, it would change the trajectory of their life 100%. But instead of doing that, we're doing the complete opposite, which we're being conditioned to do that, by the way. I'm not saying it's your fault if that's you. I'm saying you're being conditioned to do that, so break out of it, okay? But whenever we stop, whenever we live in our purpose and we're not doing this, everything changes. I want to do an exercise real quick, okay? I want you just to breathe with me for a minute. Some of you might be like, oh my gosh, she wants to breathe. And if you want to click off because we're going to breathe 2 or 3 breaths together, then go ahead and click off. But you're going to miss the thing that just could change your entire life. That's up to you. So let's breathe. Together, just 3 in and out. So just a deep breath. Now, while you're breathing, take your second. While you're breathing, what I want you to think about is every part of your body that's working right now. Feel your heart pumping. Feel your lungs expanding. Feel your brain working. What are the thoughts that are going through your mind? Feel your pulse. Try to imagine what your blood looks like, all of the platelets and everything that's just working. It just works all the time, every day. My gosh, this miracle of a body that we have just works, right? We don't think about it, it just works, but let's breathe. And feeling it just work. In all of its amazing glory, it just works. Let's take one more. And now what I want us to think about is this. What happens when this is our breath? When it's our last? What happens when you go and you gasp for that very last breath, you guys? What happens when you look at your life? When you look at your life and you look back at it and you think, oh my gosh, I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this. What happens whenever you look at all of this stuff that you have done in your life and then you think, oh my gosh, I wanted to serve in this way. Oh my gosh, I wanted to give back here. I was waiting to do this and this. I can't believe I didn't do it. And now feel a real breath. Feel your whole breath. Because right here, right now, you're given a second chance. Right here, right now, it changes. Right here, right now, you don't put things off. I'm starting a new thing where I'm going to be serving veterans that have served our country I'm going to workshop them. I'm going to show them how to create sustainable income from home because they need to. I'm convicted. I'm convicted. With as much as I do every single day, there's always more. So for you, what are you convicted about? I would love if you put it in the actual comments. What's your conviction? Not just in a businessy way. What's your conviction for what you do, what you bring to the world? The way that you serve, the way that you give back, the way that you take care of people who have taken care of you. What's your conviction? Guys, I strongly believe that the way that we mitigate depression and anxiety is we get convicted and we live our conviction and we do not put it off and we do not wait and we live it right now. And here's the beauty. The moment you start living your conviction, you guys, everything changes. It's almost like you step into a miracle. Resources will come your way. The right people will come around you. You will make these good relationships that then further what you're convicted to do. You will be given what you need when you decide you're going to do a thing. So I don't want you sitting there saying, well, I want to do this. Here's a verse. I wear verses on my wrist, and they're different verses. And today, this one I've been wearing for a while. It's Philippians 4:13. A lot of you already know it. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I make it a little bit more personal, and instead of I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, I can. You can. We all can. I take can out of it for me. I'm not changing the Bible. That's not what I'm saying. This is me. This is my self-talk. I do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I take action. I can do, or I do. We all can. We're given what we need. As soon as we decide, as soon as we say, I'm doing this thing, this is how I'm going to serve. If you sit there and you're like, but I don't know how to, I can't, your way, this is in your way big time, okay? Because this isn't even part of it. Not even part of it. Logic typically doesn't even play there's no place for logic in success. It's weird, it's true. It's all about plans, deciding that you're going to do something, and then things start happening. I do all things through Christ who strengthens me. What are you guys saying? Love that matches up perfectly with yesterday's message in church. Ooh. Denise, help veterans have a better access to health care and address their physical and mental pain. Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. Carrie, to show up in love and create a safe place for those who need it. Very, very nice. Tara, I shine light in dark places. There it is. I'm just seeing what you guys are saying here. Devery, breathing is good. Breathing is good. Andrea, until I found you and had the courage to step out and change and move. Oh, I imagine there's probably a first part of that. Silenced, isolated, mundane, day-to-day doing, perceived lack of ability to control or change instead of being and contributing and impacting. That's where I was. Oh. And then until I found you and had the courage to step out and change and move. There it is. You guys, we can all do this. We can all all do this. Such a beautiful, powerful truth. My husband preached about this yesterday. Don't feed the weary. There it is. There it is. I love it, you guys. I'm going to pop out of here. You have the best day ever. See you later.